Many new truffle dogs are destined to fail for one very simple reason. We start the dog out on a task that it hasn't been trained to do.
Hi.
Basically, we sabotage a truffle dog's chances of success if we don't understand that there are two facets to truffle hunting.
Good girl.
The first facet is obvious. Truffle dogs are trained to find buried truffles. This is the task that all truffle dogs have learned. Otherwise, they wouldn't be truffle dogs, they'd just be dogs.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not at all.
The problems start when we are not asking the dog to find truffles. We are asking her to find the actual territories. This activity is not finding truffles, it's exploration, and exploration requires an entirely different skill set, maybe even a different kind of dog. Novice dogs can quickly be taught to master finding truffles in a known truffle area. They have a great time running around, sniffing the truffles out, getting sausages, and they will repeat this until they or the truffles are exhausted. We'll refer to this dog as the collector. Now, these dogs will do well if you have a truffle orchard, or if you want to enter your dog into a truffle competition, or if you know some good truffle areas. But what about if you don't know any truffle places and you've trained a dog to help you find these areas? In this case, you need an explorer, not a collector. Explorers need to be patient and focused. Looking for truffle areas takes time, moving from place to place with not a lot of action really. There's little truffle stimulus for the dog and sparse rewards, and despite more interesting distractions, you want to keep the dog motivated and persistent for long periods. For most novice dogs, this is hard work and a lot of them won't be up to the task. Contrast exploration with collecting.
Bravo, Jessie. You could catch us.
Now,
Bravo,
collecting can be a high-energy activity. Finding truffles is an exciting game for dogs with frequent rewards. This translates as plenty of motivation for the dog, which makes it easier for him to stay focused. And it's also easier for you to reinforce the desired behaviours. Now, there are 8 dogs in our team. All of them are collectors, but only 4 of them are solid explorers. Jane, Betty, Reg and Lady are the experienced dogs that you can take to survey 5 or 6 entirely different new areas in a day. These dogs travel abroad with us and they are tenacious investigators who will simply get down to searching. This kind of more monotonous aspect of truffle hunting doesn't seem to bother them in the least. Even though these 4 dogs have very different temperaments, they all have extra skills in focus, patience, stamina, and they tend to be good communicators. In addition to this, these dogs don't need the frantic pace of the collection, and most of them have well passed the stage of working for a reward. Obviously, they won't say no to a sausage, but the reward is no longer their prime driver. So, when the exploration is done and the locations have been identified, we call in the collectors. These are Ragnar, Alan, Tom and Jessie.
Good boys. Here's the good boys coming together.
These are 4 dogs who still thrive on the excitement, the frequent successes and the rewards of collection.
Yes. You do so well today.
We get to find the truffles and they hone their collecting skills, while of course they're having a lot of fun. And it's here that they'll build up the experience and the confidence, the focus and the endurance to become explorers later on in their career. Now, sometimes this line between collecting and exploring is rather blurred. Firstly, perhaps you just get lucky and you find truffles straight off the bat, and then exploring is no longer an issue. Or you may have a dog that doesn't get bored easily and is fine exploring. It's good to see that many careful breeders are trying to select patience as a trait for truffle dogs. However, if your dog is struggling, perhaps it's because you're asking her to explore when you've actually taught her to collect. If you think this might be the case, here are some things that you can do. First of all, take it easy. Don't overwork the dog. Build up slowly, taking frequent breaks. The second thing you can do is to introduce some general activities and games that aim to increase the dog's concentration. Also, you could try burying truffles in a wider area so the dog learns to extend her search. And of course, you should make this a game. Another suggestion is to get guidance from a truffle dog trainer. For a start, they can often provide you with access to known truffle patches, but they will also offer structured training programs that will help you deal with this kind of issue. Exploring is a totally different activity to finding truffles, and it's one that you may not have trained your dog to do. Realizing this and making this differentiation gives you a sense of what's going on with your dog and gives you the opportunity to reset and to work on what for many dogs is a vital part of their training.